Hey everybody, this is Grace. Pardon me, that's jumping around. This video, I'm going to talk once again. Oops, it's kind of loud. The air conditioner. Once again about, when there are people out there who think that they know, and it's not always the same people and the same genre, the same type, but they think that they know better than everybody. Some go that far that in anything that they talk about, they know better than any kind of, I don't even like to call them experts, but the voices of authority is what I prefer. Say voices of authority on a topic. And this is nothing new. It is nothing new at all. And it's been something I probably have seen since I was a child, if not from birth, Usually I see people who, I've mentioned this before, it's a narcissistic histrionic blend of behaviors. I'm not diagnosing anybody, but the behaviors seem that way, like they exploit people and then they do it in such dramatic fashions, and they are very dramatic people. Everything from their appearance, I'm talking from their top of their head down. They're usually wild. Not always. None of them do the same. Read the disclaimers in the description box below this video on YouTube. But usually something wild about their hair, wild, or it has to be very different. And not everybody who does something like that is histrionic or narcissistic histrionic blend, okay? But the ones I've seen, the ones who have all of this together, they have they could wear wild makeup. Their earrings are going to be very flashy if they wear. If they do have these, their clothing, especially when they're younger, it's more provocative. When they get older, it's much younger. It's okay. They don't laugh like I just kind of laugh. They cackle, and it's going to be loud. Their voice, when they speak, is very loud, okay? And they want everybody to hear their voice. They are in love with their own voices and their own opinions. What comes out of that mouth, what they speak, they're in love with it. They are smug about it. They want everybody to know that, well, if you come against them, you're just a hater, or you're just stupid, or you're just uninformed. That's the word I'm looking for. But you lack knowledge, you lack wisdom, you lack something. And anybody who goes against them, they lack. Even if somebody with a PhD or a master's, I have a master's, and my master's is in sociology. Imagine how many people think they know more. But they know more. And there's just some flaw with what you think, the way you think. I was a career student, and I know one of them who thought he knew, but apparently he thought he knew better all of my professors who gave me, they gave it to me. They know I earned a high GPA. I earned my degrees. But these are people who believe they still know more, because they'll say things like, we experienced it and they didn't. They don't know that, but they believe it because that helps with their narrative. You see? Okay, but to me, it's okay. I could go on and on. I have gone on and on over the years of making videos. I don't just focus on this type, of course, not. But yeah, I've just seen so much of my life, and it seems to be coming. My voice is going out. Pardon it. It seems to be becoming more and more prevalent, especially with social media. I'm not pointing out, I'm not saying it's just one. I've been online to anything that you would consider social media platform since 1990, even a little bit before then, especially since 1990. I've seen plenty. Okay, plenty of it. I've seen plenty of it in my, face to face. I don't like to say in real life, because it all is real life. But IRL, people understand that if they're been online and have heard it before. But I've just seen this so much, and lately it's just, oh my goodness, And I don't know, I'm telling you, to sit and, watch, it could be watching people say it or listening to people say it, see them, what they've written, and they just so thoroughly, they will sit there for, like, let's say videos, okay? They make videos, and with all that going on, I mentioned not all of it, different ones do different things, the narcissistic histrionic blend, but there's going to be that, most often, that exploitation, and then the stand out. They got to stand out. And they stand out not only just on their own videos, but they have to make sure they look different, and they're loud and all that. And they know better. And they will sit there and go on about why they think that whatever type of professional, like especially somebody who has to go attend university to earn the degrees, usually more than one, or at least one, in certification and through some kind of program. I don't know what police officers go through. They know more than police officers, investigators, and anything they know better. These are the ones that they go and tell chefs how to cook. If they work even in a chain restaurant, they know better. Pardon me, but yeah, I just got this image of somebody going to some well-known chain restaurant and say, well, that's not exactly how you cook it. Do they even think, like the restaurant has a brand or something, what I'm saying? Okay, so they do this, and it's just to sit and watch that. At this point in my life, I sit there and say, oh my goodness. And in my view, in mine, social behavioral scientist view, they're not going to change. Okay, it's not very good chance that they're going to not change, but a good chance they're going to say, oh wow, I'm wrong. I just don't see it. I don't think I've ever heard it. Someone who is so, I don't even want to use that term for it, but so set in their ways. I remember we used to say that. But so set and so sure of themselves when they know very little about a topic. But because they think everybody should understand, and they can even gain some popularity from it. Is it really? Or people are watching the drama and watching the person make a fool of themselves, and some people like that. Some people are sitting there waiting, hoping good beats out over evil. But they're so certain. I have never seen them say, no, I'm wrong. I need to back off, and I need to, make amends for what I've done wrong. Tell people, and to not just say, oh, yeah, maybe I was wrong about that. But still, that there's always that, but still, I was right about this rest. I've never seen them change. I've never seen them stop and say, no, I was wrong, and just keep saying that time after time again. I was wrong on that. Just say that. So then why I'm setting up that part is because there are people who are out there who will, and I may have been one in my lifetime. Well, there's so much more to it than that. There actually is. Than just, there's some people out there say, I'm not going to allow that person to spew out all that kind of misinformation, disinformation, and is not somebody who's cocky about it, that it actually is someone who's coming up against someone that doesn't really know about a topic. And yeah, does that make it? I'm going to go too far on there. It's not, it's somebody who does know versus somebody who doesn't know. And the does know person is not cocky and arrogant. They are confident, and they don't want that other person to spew out all that out. Okay. But they don't get, the good doesn't get cocky. Isn't becoming just as corrupt, really. in a sense, isn't, seeing, oh, I'm gaining all this popularity. I am seeing that recently. I've seen that plenty. I'm gaining all this popularity by doing that. So they get more and more arrogant, you see. Okay. This, I'm telling you, my voice has been going out for forever, for years, who knows. But anyway, to see this both of these become some more prevalent. Good is becoming not so good. Now, that's becoming more and more. And then the evil, if you're going to, it's easier to put them in these terms, is exploding. There's more and more people doing it. And then they sit there, and I'm serious, can say from one, let's say, genre, to one thing to another. One person can think that they know better than, say, 10, 15, 20 different fields of whatever. And it's, like I said, anything that they think about, they know better than the actual scientist or the actual specialist or the actual anything. They know better. And then there are people that are trying to say no, but they are becoming just as bad. Over and over and over again. It's like, oh my God, my goodness, is anything ever going to break in this? Now here's the thought. What about the people who aren't becoming? Okay, they're not becoming just as bad. Can they even be heard? My experience in life has been that the popularity of somebody depends on things I've already mentioned, or that they are the people who, they don't want that kind of stuff to get out, but they become popular and they get corrupt. I'm going to put it that way. They become just evil, a bit of evil, not so good, maybe not totally evil, but they become arrogant and haughty and, haughty and all that. But is the person who's not ever going to be heard, like I said? So you got this third little group. The people who are not, the people who are really standing up and saying, hey, all this is crap going on, and these are hurting people, this is slanderous, this is defamation of character, this is all this stuff. Will they be heard? Or they're the type to just, eventually they just say, this is just so bad, so prevalent on here, like on a social media website, that I don't want to be associated with it. Does that ring any bells? If anybody is still watching me from back then, maybe it does ring a bell, because I got that way more than once when I said, this is just too much. It's too much to see. It's too much to know that people are becoming accustomed to this type of behavior, whether it's the supposed good versus the supposed, or the actual, you can see, kind of more evil. But can you even consider them that now? As a sociologist, yeah, I can't. But people who are more on the psychologist side, they might not. So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. But I don't know. I've become sickened by it, and like people, especially the people who are putting out the misinformation, they'll say, well, if you don't like it, then don't watch it. That's their go-to. And then that can be the go-to to the people who are becoming just as bad. They're seeing an opportunity to exploit. They may have started off with that, but sometimes those really, they're more of, sometimes the hint is there of mean girl, mean boy. And they just found an opportunity they have the knowledge and but they found an opportunity to act smug too, to say, I have this education, but I'm going to I don't like what you're putting out. I'm going to put out mine, but I'm going to attack you in the process. And then be that mean girl, mean boy type. So, and you wonder, where's the good, totally good people? Do they exist anymore? Really? Well, nobody's perfect. We know that. We know nobody's perfect. But where is the good that's actually is being heard? Really? Okay, and then you might even say maybe there's a fourth. There are plenty of them, not just 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's say a fourth one that they're good intentioned, and they don't get all haughty, arrogant. They don't say a good that's really something to exploit. Against the ones that have become corrupt, or against the ones that just are total out there, better than everybody, or the ones that are kind of more quiet. They're not that they're voices, but they're not that popular at all, maybe. But they're the ones who have learned from experiences. They have learned from doing things wrong too. The whole thought of people saying that somebody who's done wrong, they never change. I'm not saying that either. Now, there's a type that I don't think will ever change. Okay, like the first one over here, the more evil one. I don't see them changing. But there are some people who've done wrong that don't have this narcissistic histrionic blend of behaviors. They've just done wrong in their lives. There are some who've haven't really done wrong in their lives. They've stuck to the rules. They kept their nose clean, as people, I recall hearing it said. There are people who didn't keep their nose clean the whole time, and they learn from it and they move on. And they can actually also speak from, like I say about myself. I not only have an education from people call it sticks and bricks, college, university degrees, plural. But I also graduated from the Ivy League's University of Hard Knocks. Okay, I've learned through my experiences. So there's this, my type, okay. I'm definitely was not always very angelic in my life. But it wasn't the type of, let me exploit people, no. Let me use everything. No, not that. You can do things wrong, and then you say, whoa, I didn't even know that was wrong. It could be, I'm not talking about anything legal or illegal, no. Just, sometimes you have to learn things. Anyway, that's not making enough sense right now. Okay, so, anyway, I do want to see more of, more people who've actually, I don't even want to call it change, because it's not like a change. It's that, like I just explained, that they may have not been perfect. They've been human, and learn from their mistakes. And the ones that never really made mistakes, but these are the two groups that really know what they're talking about, and what really aren't exploiting people, because they have that knowledge, and seeing how it makes them popular, wanting to be popular, wanting to shine, and all that. They're not that. They just have the knowledge, experience, and like I mentioned, I want to see them more. But I don't know if it's going to happen. At least maybe not in my lifetime. But it's like I said, this is nothing new. This goes way long, many eons back. And do I really think it's going to change all of a sudden? No. But I'm afraid it's going to get worse. The worst are going to be more as it is now. It's not really later on. It's now, in my view. They are out there. So obviously out there. Anybody can just get online, who can. You can find them. You can find them. Some of it's for the drama. Some of them, they actually go together. This one, hey, throw out this kind of stuff, and we're going to jump on you, and then you jump back on us, and You know, some people are thought of, they're doing it on purpose. Who knows if it's true that they're doing it on purpose? You know, who knows? Hey, it's making them money, this kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? But I'm so tired of it. It's like, this is, well, of course it's a never-ending battle. It's not ever ending. It's not been ending. Will it ever, would we, well, like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. But, I don't know. I'm just sickened by it. You know, it is watching something that is very sickening, but having the hope that this is going to, something is going to say, you know, being the one that hopes this kind of goes away. This is defeated somehow. Not anything illegal, but you know what I'm saying. Just defeated, at least in one person or another person, to where their mouths aren't heard because their mouth, you know, they don't have the opportunity for their loud mouths to be heard, and all their misinformation, disinformation, all their pure evil, whatever. They know better than everybody. That's not heard anymore. I mean, it's, you know what I'm saying. Legally. All that. You know, like somebody who's got a, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. And nothing bad, but it's just nobody's going to believe them. They don't follow them. They don't worship them in some ways. In some ways, some people will worship that type. And that just worries me so much. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I need to make a little small video about some changes that probably are going to come around because of my health, as in health improvements. Yay! But we shall see. I just think I'll make a separate video on that. So, I'll talk to you on another video.